morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are neither, wherever you are in the world. I'm Rambling Rusty Elm, and this is Rambling with Rusty. Last time on Rambling with Rusty, we worked out a quest, finished working out the quest to help Rigert the Brash gain an audience with the Proxy Queen. And today, we are heading back to Lilandril to begin working all the side quests in and around that city. So, without further ado, let's get back into it. Alright, we have a few quests in this city. Let's go take a look at them.
Finally, the courier. I expected you hours ago. You must acquire my material. Oh, well, I can hardly keep track of every face I hire. An artist's work is endless. I need colors. Rich, rare, vibrant. After all, this painting will be the masterpiece of my career. I simply cannot work with mediocre shades. Reagents, ingredients, naturally, of course. I require that you gather the supplies needed to make the vivid paint this masterwork requires. Just take this list. Oh, and this tea, of course, you'll need it to acquire the first item. Now hurry along. I really do need you to hurry.
Okay, the perils of art.
Work, Kindoria? How goes your finger painting?
Ah, very well. I see you've deigned to step out of your florid abode. Come to see how a real artist creates.
I'd enlighten you with a response, but we both know my skill speaks for itself.
Why, you're
Perils of
certainly skilled.
art. Talk to Hanamel.
Only you had the artistic sense Oriel gave a mud
And
harbor,
where
you
is
might do
Hanamel?
something of worth.
Way the heck back up there. Jeez.
When I'm declared the royal court's newest artist, I'll be sure to send you an invitation to dinner.
What a kind offer. Though I'm sure that won't be necessary. After all, we both know that I'll be the one to acquire that position.
Coin for a soul in need.
If it would let me, yes.
I'm desperate.
Hey, there's a chest down there. I mean, if it would let me give her a coin, I would. Okay. Yeah, I don't see.
Are you
Side
purposely
quest.
doing a poor job? Because I can come to no other conclusion.
This is absurd. No one can meet these standards, not even you. Sorry, but I don't have time to chat. At least not while the Sapiarch... The college is breathing down the Sapiarch's neck, so he's taking it out on us. And as a lowly assistant, I have no room to complain. I have to agree. But where would I even go? It's been my dream to become a Sapiarch. I've always been a scholar at heart, and a damn good one at that. I never considered that, truth be told. The Mages Guild is known to be filled with some of the greatest scholars in Tamriel. And I'm sure to oblivion with this work. I will take part in it no longer.
What are you? Wait! Return this instant! You induced one of my assistants to leave? How dare you!
She ran off? Then that means I'm head assistant.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay. think we're gonna head down here. There's a quest and a sky shard I want. Well, the sky shard I want, a quest I can do at least. Stealing, eh? Where is... Interesting. Oh, there's another camp.
Be a relief.
That storm's worsening by the second. We're running out of time. Best head inland, traveler, far as you can manage. It is only a matter of time before the tempest over Sea Keep moves down the coast, leaving ruin in its wake. I suppose it is, but we were driven from the keep long before the tempest began forming. Sea elves infiltrated our defenses and slaughtered the garrison. We're all that survived. That storm will finish the job unless I manage to stop it. It's no natural formation. The sea elves are conjuring it. If I could get within striking distance of their sea mage, I could break his hold on the storm and prevent the destruction to come. But that's a desperate hope for one mer. I hope you're a strong swimmer, incidentally.
Interesting that he didn't actually say, okay, let's go. Somebody must have accidentally cut that part of the animation out.
Here. This is the place. Here. This is the place.
Oh, I was supposed to talk to him before I dove in. Well, shoot.
Here. This is the place. See that whirlpool? The currents are being drawn into the flooded ruins beneath Sea Keep. We should be able to follow them inside just as the sea elves did. It's that or we drown. If you want to back out, good. I'm glad to have someone at my back. I couldn't ask any of my... They've suffered enough for my mistakes, and... it's just something I have to do. Come on, before... We made it! Too many years on dry land. There's a secret door in these ruins that will lead us directly into Sea Keep's dungeon. I had another reason to come here. When I couldn't share around my troops. The Mawama are holding the woman I love captive. I have to free her before the reinforcements from Alanor. Because Castera is a sea elf. She is, or was, I suppose, the captain of the crew that attacked Sea Keep. Assuming her mutinous crew hasn't already done so, she'll be executed. Alternative bait. These ruins were the only place where Cass and I could see each other. Our secret safe place. She would signal and I would use the secret door to meet her. Only this time, I was met by the sabers of her crew. They had her in chains. Yes, the blood of the garrison is on my hands. I killed them with my secret. I can't take that back, but maybe I can save what's left. The survivors, the keep, and the woman I love. I last saw Cass in the dungeon. With any luck, she's still there. I didn't. The sea elves waylaid me and tossed me in the dungeon as soon as I unsealed the hidden passage. They only kept me alive because I slipped the leash on the battlements where their sea mage was studying the keep's magical defenses. There was nowhere for me to run, so I took a leap of faith straight into the arms of the sea. Barely made it back to shore.
We'll see it done.
There's the secret door. Give me a moment to open the seal. Cass, are you all right?
Pan? How did you... Never mind. Get me out of these chains.
I'll see to her bonds. Cass, I need you to tell us everything you know about what your crew is planning.
Is it just the two of you? I suppose it'd have to be. No one from his garrison would volunteer to help a Malma. You know the truth then. About us. You have to understand. The only thing lower than a mutineer to the Malma is an Ultima. Consorting with one is tantamount to treason. Loving one, unforgivable. I made them party to the ultimate taboo. Now they're trying to wash away the stain. They're going to summon a storm so powerful it'll scour the entire coast clean, and this keep with it. There'll be no trace of my offense left, or anything to stand between Alinor and the Piandinian Armada. They'll be remembered as heroes. On the battlements, calling to the wind and sea. It'll be a hard slog to get there. My crew won't hesitate to lay down their lives to protect Ulsar.
I have a suggestion for our next move. Defeating Ulsar won't be as simple as rushing up the battlements and driving a sword through his heart. He has all the power of Seakeep at his command. It wouldn't even be a contest, but I have an idea to put us on equal footing. The magic in these old ruins are the hidden heart of Seakeep's power. Without them, we'd merely be high walls and harsh words, save a few war machines. Cutting off the flow of magicka to the battlements might give us the edge we need. There are fonts that channel the power of magicka through Seakeep. If we seal them, it should prevent Ulsar from drawing more power into his storm, but the results could be unpredictable. Sealing the fonts will be like trying to plug a dam with our fingers. At best, we'll staunch the flow enough to weaken him. At worst, the strain brings the whole keep down on us.
Pan, your plan's insane. I love it. Where do we start?
It is a pretty good plan.
This is not the end of our tale.
Yeah. Looks like those doors just aren't going to be opened.
There's one of the fonts.
bananas.
All this dry land is unsafe.
We'll see it done.
From the side!
Let's see, that takes me up. I think I still need to be down here for one. Actually, it looks like no. Okay, so up we do go.
There's a font here.
Is there
Sadly,
any
no.
way to tell if this is working? I'm in favor of that.
Let's see. I just can't help but be curious.
The last font is just ahead.
I'm too stubborn to sink Tenerife. That's why I was captain. There wasn't a shred of hesitation in Tenerife's eyes. He went to his grave hating me with every fiber of his being. My second mate. Former second mate. He was like a brother to me, but he turned his back like the rest. I don't know why I betrayed them first. I made vows to one of the tyrants that exiled our people from our rightful home. I've lost everything because of it. Maybe I would...
Nothing left to do but sink with the rest of us.
May your bones bleach on barren sands. Damned fool. There wasn't a shred of hesitation. My second mate. Former second. I betrayed them first. I made vows to one of the tyrants that exiled our people from our rightful home. I've lost everything because of it. Maybe I was right when I thought we were cursed. Seems like a raw deal, doesn't it? My time with Pan has been the sweetest I've ever known. But I'm not the one paying for it. We chose each other over duty and...
Well, let's move on with it then.
The gates are barred. The locking mechanisms are controlled from those two towers.
Focus your mind. Stay with me.
Let's see. Okay. Well, they obviously want me to fight my way through here. Not that it's much of a fight. I think there's somebody right ahead of me, maybe.
Your prowess was befitting a knight. Well done.
Rulotar! Damn it! I didn't see him escape, but I held out hope. I'm sorry, old friend. That does it. Should meet Castira at the gate.
I'll get that back on the way back down.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh?
That's weird that I didn't have to do both gate locks. Some kind of bug, maybe.
This is it, Cass. Last chance to...
Don't try to talk me out of this, Pan.
Earlsar and his storm lie beyond this gate. No matter what happens, I want to thank you for standing by me. If it weren't for you, I might never have gotten to see Castira again. If this is goodbye, charging headlong...
Earlsar's up ahead, in the eye of the storm. He drove my crew to mutiny, tossed me in chains, and nearly killed the man I love. I'll drag him to the bottom of Mother Sea if it's the last thing I... You remember our vows?
They were the only thing that kept us moored through that miserable storm.
Let's do it again. How often
Shouldn't
are we
the
going to
storm
see
be
a tempest
growing
like
weaker?
this in one lifetime?
I said it probably wouldn't get any stronger. Damn him! I can barely hold my footing!
Keep fighting! One of us has to make it!
Drag this wretched place into the deep. You can't tame the sea!
Riding with you never stops surprising me. Well fought.
Your reinforcements! They're here, they can't see me with you.
Castira, wait!
It ends like it began. The two of us, adrift among the wreckage of our lives.
But alive and together.
Fortune smiles, with a shark's teeth. Earlsar's dead and his mutiny along with him. I only wish I had the strength to settle the score myself. If there was any justice in the world, he'd have been forced to concede that he'd never drown me in shame. I'll return home with... It'll be a long journey without a crew, but I'll manage. There's no shame in returning to port humbled but unbroken. Though I think I'll steer clear. I love him, for some reason. But the walls between us are taller than this keep. Just to see him for a few fleeting moments commands such risk, it nearly destroyed everything we care about. And more. There's no place for us among Malma or... Did you witness a lot of coexistence here today? When we come together, we leave ruin in our wake. Take the sign for what it is. The world doesn't want us to be together. Pan won't take it well, but I think he'll understand. I love you, Pan. But we can't go on like this.
I know, Cass.
What will happen when I'm gone?
I pick up the pieces, or I find myself in irons.
I'm sorry. For everything.
I'm not.
The span between us may be as far as the sun and the sea, but you'll never be far from my thoughts.
The sun and the sea were never so lucky as to have crossed paths. I don't expect you to keep my secret, but I'd rather pay my penance through action, not rotting in a cell. I want to restore some of the damage I've caused with my own hands. I have to believe I can find redemption through repentance. I'll reinforce...
Let's see. It's down here, I believe. It's underneath the bridge. Ooh, look, a sack.
Oh, lucky. Stendar must be watching.
Okay, now we go up top.
Farwenya, I'm afraid we've left you a considerable mess.
Pandemalion, you're alive? When Pandemalion's soldiers told me he'd returned to the keep with a passerby, I thought he'd lost his mind. What were you thinking? I'm not one to commend recklessness, but I suppose we all owe you a debt of gratitude. I don't know what's more troubling, that the Sea Elves would attempt such a thing, or that they were able to seize Seakeep in the first place. I'll note your remarks for the inquiry to follow. The sack of Seakeep under Pandemalion's watch will reflect poorly, though his heroics today will temper the attitudes of the court. Your service to the crown is You've had a long day. See to your troops and get some rest.
I'm honored by your consideration, but Seakeep is my responsibility. I won't rest until it is secure.
As you wish.
That could be helpful.
Suppose I should start collecting some of this.
Stendar was with us in that fight.
Okay. Further on up the road. Apparently that was all of the side quests in that zone. I thought there was more. Yeah, there are more in town. So
On the move.
let's go get this done.
Hail, mighty warrior!
Yeah, I'll be back to you. Didn't I already do that one?
If you've come to rob me,
I'm afraid I have little of value. I can help if you've a high fever or nervous stomach, but I have no need for gold these days. Healthy paranoia, I suppose. There's plenty of questionable characters out here, but I prefer it to the crowded cities. Too many myrrh going on about their appearance or their status or their career. It's been a long time since my former student has contacted me, and now she makes such demands. How quickly she forgets who trained her to hold a paintbrush. I have no need for gold. You can tell her that upon your empty-handed return. This is Yokudan blue tea? I thought it lost forever. The last shipment was said to have sunk to the bottom of the Abyssan Sea. Oh, she's still clever, isn't she? Her and Veralel always were. Very well. Yes, back when I had the inclination to bother with such upstarts. I thought that would be my legacy, to train great artists who would blossom under a careful eye. The life of a Somerset artist is not easy. It's not enough to be merely great. You have to be better. Both Tindoria and Verarel wilted under that pressure. Their rivalry seemed harmless at first, even friendly, just something to keep them motivated. But as it tends to be, one of them was always a step ahead. Soon any praise I had for one would pierce the... And now they've both grown bitter and endlessly jealous of the other's success. They believe Somerset only has room for one great artist. Such foolishness. Honestly, it was their squabbling that led me to stop taking students.
They did come across as a bit obstinate.
Another find for your pack.
Maybe intractable would be a good word, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I did this one. But I will give it a go just in case it didn't take. Yeah, it took. Okay.
Hail, mighty warrior!
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. There's other stuff I need to get before I talk to her. Shame on me. Okay. Carol's Park. Where do we need to go to talk to this guy? Not there. I don't see it there. Oh, over here. Well, okay. We're gonna go ahead and call that an episode for today, and we got a few more things to do here around Little Andrel. We'll get those done, then we'll head out for the rest of the journey. Until then, I'm Rambling Rusty Elm. Have a good night, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses.